My name is Wes Overton, and this is our second video on using the Desmos Teacher Dashboard. This video, we will just focus on using the Snapshot Tool. And the Snapshot Tool also plays a big part in how the Teacher Dashboard was designed for the 5 practices for orchestrating productive mathematical discussions. So if you want to go right here, just like we did in the first video, this is a sample teacher dashboard where we can practice using the snapshot tools. But that is bit.ly/. This is all one word, but it's Desmos sample dashboard. Okay, so once you are there, we're going to click the snapshot tool over here. That takes us to this screen. And you can see the idea of the snapshot tool is the ability to select and sequence students' work to help facilitate these class discussions. So we can either do that on Desmos, or another neat tool we'll model is the ability to do that by taking a phone of the student's work, like on a sheet of paper. So the first thing we need is we can look at any slide. So first I'm going to click slide 1. So on this slide, students had to write a story, and let's say I want to talk about, I found a couple of students' stories very interesting where I wanted to talk about those as a class. So what I can do is this option shows up and I can snapshot. So that tells me I've taken a picture of that. You can also see the number 1 up here. So I know I've taken that one snapshot. Maybe I also want to talk about this response. So that captured it, and I can see that up here. We could also look at some graphs. So I'm going to click slide 5 to look at some graphs. Okay, so this one, the students had to create a graph, and it's the same option if I want to look at students. So this option shows up here. So maybe I want to talk about this graph. So I can click that. Maybe I want to compare it with this graph. So I'll snapshot that. Now I know these 2 snapshots are up here because my count went from 2 to 4. So now if we're ready for a class discussion, I can go ahead and click this snapshots tab. So that pulls me to the snapshots tab, and I've selected these responses to talk about. Now I could sequence them. So if I want to do a class discussion, I can take these over here and drag them to my right. I have the option to do 1 per slide, and what's going to happen is I could hit present and this option shows up. If I want to compare them, I could drag these right here. I could ask a question, what do these have in common, if I wanted. And so now when I hit present, I have these 2 stories side by side. This option right here takes me to that student's screen. So maybe I want to look at their graph. This option takes me to that student's screen. I can drag in my graphs. So maybe I want to compare and contrast those. Maybe I could contrast the story to a graph. So you can put up to 4 things up here at once. But that is a graph. I can say what is similar, what is different based off those. So that is how you take stuff from a Desmos activity. So next, we're going to show you how to actually take a picture of students' work using your cell phone. So you will notice this over here. What it's going to do is email yourself a link where you can add pictures to this activity dashboard. So one thing I do encourage is make sure you know the email account that is associated with your Desmos account. So once you know that, if you're in the activity, we are in snapshots, you can go ahead and click this link and then open up your email on your phone or iPad. Okay, so once you're in your email, you're going to click open the dashboard. So that is going to take you to the teacher. And once there, it's going to be a little smaller on your phone or tablet, but you can hit snapshots. And now we have the option to add photo. So I can click add photo. I could do it from my photo library, or I could take photos. So now I could go up to the student's work. I could snap a picture. say I want to use that photo, I have the ability to rotate that photo. I have the ability to make it black and white. And then when I hit done, you will also see up here in a second on the computer screen that that photo shows up. So there it is right there. So that usually is very, very quick. And now I can take this work, say that's student's work, and I can present it to the class from my phone. And I can do that a couple times. So as I go around the room, I can snap a picture, and then those snapshots show up right here. So that is the video on how to use the Desmos Teacher Snapshot Tool to help facilitate mathematical discussion.